So I saw the videos, and you know, I try to pick something that is going to have the greatest effect on you. And what I'm going to pick for this time, things are looking good. I saw a lot of good stuff, but the thing that I think will have the greatest effect on you is to remove tension from your body. Okay. We're struggling with that here too. There's absolutely no way I can do the spiritual components or the energetic components with tension in my body. Okay. Right now we're using tension. We don't realize it. We're using tension out of fear. And fear makes us want to seek control. And we justify it because if we don't do it, then our fear is going to make it come true, whatever we're trying to avoid. But you want to just let go of all that, okay? So make a semicircle here. You're going to do what I'm saying to the camera, okay? All right. Just the way that most Americans work, I'm going to teach it for that, okay? But normally, if you were here, we work on you, okay? But let us start with putting our feet somewhere between under our hips. Never go more narrow than your hips, and never go wider than your shoulders, okay? What we don't want is an angle that makes my arches cave in, like that would be incorrect, or an angle that would make my knife edge be weighted, okay? So I want my foot so that I have skeletal alignment on my legs up through my pelvis, okay? And I want to spread the metatarsals, those are the bones on my feet, okay? At no point do I want to grip the mat, nor have my foot roll. Let it be flat. Have your feet straight. The metric I'm going to give you is your middle toe. Your middle toe should be straight. On most Americans, this feels straight. This is not straight. This is a product of tension from the mid to lower back, down the back of the legs, and your body is seeking slack, okay? Middle toe perfectly straight. For you, that might feel like you're pigeon-toed, okay? That's all a sign that you're jacked up, okay? So once I get that skeletal alignment, what I'm going to try to do is use the skeletal alignment, and bear with me, this is all poetics. I'm going to use the skeletal alignment to generate an upward energy such that my soft tissue, my muscles, etc., can generate a descending energy, okay? That's what I'm going to try to do. And so I do that by just first relaxing and releasing. Start with the shoulders. Let them fall down. Let your arms go. So here I would not be relaxed, you see, because my arms are being held up. Just let them all go. Don't have anything magical in mind or anything, except for the skeletal alignment is lifting me up, and my shoulders currently are dropping down. Relax. Once you feel like, you know what, they're not going to drop any more than that, okay? All right, then what I want you to do is take your shoulder blades, your scapula, and move your scapula around. Don't move your deltoids around. Move your scapula. Make circles going back with the scapula. Okay, so we'll try that first exercise. So don't force them back. Just move in circles, letting everything hang. Don't go, I can go back more. Okay, so your body is perfectly upright except for your shoulders, which makes no sense. Okay, if your body was relaxed and hanging, when you move your shoulders back, you're gonna see the movement in your frame. So Phil, I start out, and I move my shoulder blades, and you can see things already move. Shoulders rock back, the knees on their own, they bend more, and you start going, you start seeing that things are moving. For me to be straight and move the shoulder blades only to stay straight, I have tension in my legs, okay? Be careful though of the ego tripartite mind, because you're like, I want movement. I didn't generate that movement. I'm just hanging out and I'm letting this do this to my body. But I'm not, do you see that? That's forcing it, okay? I just move in these shoulder blades, always releasing tension. You can go slow, doesn't matter. But you can still see the movement in the pelvis and the knees, okay? All right, try it again. Okay, next one. Everything's the same. I want you to take this hara band, okay? And you're gonna make a circle with it. Circle, one way. Everything stays relaxed. My shoulder blades are loose. Everything is hanging, okay? I'm not moving my hips. I'm moving that thing in a circle. So you should feel a passive stretching or opening or releasing, probably like I feel it from here to here. Do you see? On that movement. I come around, opening, and then I feel the other one on the other side. And I come around, okay? But I'm not going, I'm just moving it and letting gravity pull those tissues down as the skeleton is making things go up, okay? Try that one. Do one direction and then the other way. Don't let your spine cave though. The spine doesn't cave. You're just moving the band. Don't hunch there. So only moving this part. So this part up here stays straight. Do you see? I go here, it stays straight up there. Do you see? Hi. It doesn't go like this. Do you see that? Hi. So likewise, when I go forward, when I come around this way, the top part stays where it is. It doesn't go like that. You guys see that? Hi. So I'm not going this way. I'm just moving this part. Okay? If you want to do something with your hands, you come around. Change direction. You can alternate. My hara is moving, my hara band is moving my arms. I'm not moving my arms. Okay? Try it. Don't let your feet roll. Just feet roll and there's tension in your lower legs. Don't grab with your toes is fear. Middle toe is straight. Your body's looking for slack. Middle toe is straight. Your heels, there you go. Don't move your arms. Your hara moves your arms. You got to get them up. That's moving your arms. Move that band. Make a full circle with the band. It's got to come forward. Got to come forward. All the way around. Come on, let's go. my quad here, this seam right here, okay? I'm gonna bend this knee. I'm gonna take this knee to the yang line, which we already know is knees to toe, okay? But I take it there, and then I do the other one. You can see I have to go up and down as well as turn. Do you see that? Okay, and then I want my arms to just be loose. And I'm moving my quad, and my arms are just coincidence of that movement. Okay, try that one. Bend one knee, then bend the other knee. There's certain rules. The yang phase is the knee goes to the toe line. Got it? And I can never violate the foot, knee, hip line. No. Do you see that? My knee is not in alignment with my foot. It has to stay in alignment. So when I go and I shift, keeps alignment. No, that's gonna injure me. And I do the other side. Alignment, alignment, alignment. It takes some attention that you're not doing that. So I'm over here, I shift my weight over there. Shift my weight over here. Wrong. Okay? Try it again. Next one is our vertebrae. Okay? We'll do it this way. So I'm going to shift both knees to the yang line. You see? Back to my toe. Okay? And that starts a wave up my spine that I work. Okay? So I'm trying to make each vertebrae, boom, wave, boom, okay? Wave is what I'm trying to do. So, boom, boom. You can take breaks between as you do it, but this is not it. You see, right? Okay, that looks weird, huh? Okay, but be careful though. Oftentimes beginners, they go here like this. I don't want that kink in my neck. Okay, so my neck only goes from the neutral position forward. So knees to yang, that begins it. And you see neutral position at the end. But if you look, it's forward, chin down as it comes up. Okay? Okay, try it. Move your neck, chin down, chin neutral. You can feel that coordination issue there, right? Don't go too far back. Don't exaggerate anything. The skeleton going up is all we're using to generate the stretch, the tissue going down. We're not forcing anything. Bring your knees forward to the yang line at the beginning. Breathe. Constricted breath is tension. Try to get every vertebrae to roll. Need a little more movement there. Ayush. Next one. On the pelvis, okay? This part here. So I'm going to tilt it up. I'm making figure eights. Be careful. On this one, it's very common that you violate the foot rule, okay? So I have my quad, but I'm going to tilt my pelvis on that. Do you see how I did that? So the last row I didn't, okay? On this drill, I am going to tilt it. I tilt the pelvis. So I'm making figure eights, almost like I'm rowing backwards. Rowing backwards. Do you see that? Is it visible or not?
Yes.
Okay? So I'm rowing backwards. And then when you're ready, you'll go figure eights the other way. Figure eights the other way without turning the knee in. Okay? Try it. Figure eight. Forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Boom. They're trading sides. Boom. Boom. And then you reverse it. So if you were kayaking, you're going backwards, and you're kayaking. I don't know if you go that way in kayaking, but I guess you do. Okay? It's not a circle. It's not a circle. Look. Boom. 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 Back. Boom. 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 And I want you to just kind of bring your attention or your observation. Bring your observation inside this part of your body. Okay, so you'll feel for it. You'll have this kind of top of the sternum, there's a bone there. Just above it, you'll start to feel that trachea in there. If I push into it, you can hear it change my voice. Okay? Inside, behind the surface of that trachea, that's where I want to put my observation. Okay? And I'm going to really try to release that part. Just like I released my shoulders at the beginning, let them hang, okay? I'm going to first release this part. I'm going to start like I did before, but now I'm going to bring that attention, that observation here. Let that part drop as well. I don't pull anything down. I don't do anything. Just keep trying to relax, release any flexion, release any flexion. And by releasing the flexion, I'll let go of that spot, and then I'm observant of what happens when I let go of that spot. Okay? Try that. Okay, now we'll go into Seiza. Same thing. I'm going to stack my skeletal tissue. In this case, it's going to be my pelvis and my spine and my head. Okay? We'll just have our hands down here by our knees. You're going to have to figure out what is the pelvis angle that stacks the spine on the pelvis, okay? So for example, if I'm here like this, I tilt my pelvis down, my spine is not stacked on it. Do you guys see that? Okay, so that creates pressure somewhere around here. You don't want that. So I'll change my pelvis until that pressure goes away, until my spine can just do nothing because it's stacked on itself. Once I hit that spot, I do exactly what I've been doing. You may have tension in your thighs and your knees and your ankles. That you have to release. You don't have to stretch it, you have to release it. So I'm letting go of all that. And when I'm ready, I take that last drill, bring my observation there, and I release it. Again, some metrics that you can use. I'm always hesitant to give metrics, but if you pay attention, I gave you several already. This hurts. That hurts. I feel that. That's not right, okay? So I move it till it stops hurting. And then it takes no energy to stay upright. This might hurt. This might hurt. You see? Let go of tension and the pain will go away. You'll see as you're trying this, it will be a matter of faith. You won't believe me at first, but therein is the ceiling of your training. Kind of let go of this. Let's say you're here like this. You can release, 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 and you'll get there. Just keep releasing the tension. Okay? So another metric is it doesn't hurt anymore. Another metric, once you drop this, is you'll watch what will happen here. I don't do it, but I start to expand here, almost by today's standards, embarrassingly, okay? So I'm doing my thing, get myself in position, scan my legs for tension, release. I get onto that throat, let it all drop. When you first start, this spot will go between flexing and releasing, depending on whether you're inhaling or exhaling. But only because you brought your conscious mind to the act, or you brought your conscious mind to, whoa, what happened? Don't do that. Just stick with the drill I gave you. Release tension, release tension, release tension, and only observe what happens when you release tension. Don't try to make your stomach swill out, okay? That's not what we're doing, okay? All right, and what ends up happening is you'll do what we call abdominal breathing. Of course, all breathing is abdominal because your diaphragm moves your lower torso. What we mean is that your breath is down here. Not breath, but we have new people. It's a start, okay? It's yang qi. Yang qi fills up down here, drops down in the body. Okay? All right, let's try it. Here we go. Remember to stack your spine, so don't lean back. Lean a little forward. Come a little forward. Stack your spine, but don't concave your spine. Stacking your spine is going to put everything straight on, every vertebrae straight on it. You tend to loosen each vertebrae when you're trying to relax, okay? That's why I say release. So stack the spine more. It's not stacked. Leave the spine stacked, and now let every other tissue drop, but not the spine. Your pelvis should begin also to settle between your legs, not sit on top of your legs. So when I'm tight, I'm on top of my pelvis, but if you pay attention, I'm going to sink into it. That'll drop through my legs because my femurs aren't holding it up anymore. So it should drop. So I'm down here. So if you watch Tristan, come on over. And when he pushes down, okay, here is a catalyst for tension. He pushes, and I go, whoa, hold it still. You see that? He's a psychological catalyst that triggers me into tension. So I did all my warm-ups, I did all my stretches. I should be sunk, and so when he goes to push, I now have a chance to get even more released because of the catalyst wants me to do the opposite. So I'm doing everything exactly the same that I was doing before. I'm paying attention to here. My chin is slightly down. This is very important not to do this, okay? My chin is slightly down and slightly back because to stack my vertebrae, I can't do that. You see that? So it has to go slightly back. I can't be up here because I'm leaning back. Do you see that? So I'm over here. And then as he's pushing, I just keep releasing and releasing anything that was flexed. I keep my mind here. So let's see, you might have to stand up, Kim. Hey, no, Taylor, come on over on the side. So in normal assumption, this is a tricep extension. You guys understand that? Okay. And again, almost embarrassingly, I do have tricep muscles, okay? But you're gonna watch, and I'm gonna get myself in that position where I can be totally released and relaxed. And then Taylor, you can just kind of push in all these mushy places. Especially go to the other side where I put your camera. The tricep is embarrassingly squishy. You see that? Where it says I can flex. See, I do have muscles, okay? But I'm not using them. And then if you come up and you poke around, it's not a bench press exercise. Again, I do have pecs, but they're surprisingly mushy, okay? Got it? Okay. That is difficult because this is a huge catalyst for us, but it starts in the other stuff, okay? If we look at the other drills, I'm telling you to relax and you're like, okay? So, but it is still, you have to do those drills to relax. You have to be able to sit in Seiza to relax, and then you could do this. So we're gonna do this drill anyways, even though it might be above most of us here, but the mechanics is the same, okay? Got it? So if you don't, it doesn't look like he's pushing because I don't look like I'm pushing back at him, but he's driving hard. He could stand up, and he should be able to knock me over, but he can't. And again, I am super relaxed, okay? You'll feel that when I throw you, okay? Brian, when I throw you, you'll go, what the hell was that, okay? But it starts from there, okay? All right. Okay. So, again, it's about starting out. These are beginner drills, okay? So, it's very important the way I positioned your body, okay? And so, you have to have the chin slightly down. You can't have the chin up. You can't have the chin forward either, okay? So, it kind of goes back. Do you see that? okay? And then relax everything, but I can't relax my spine. The skeletal system is going to be stacked on each other, okay? And then I told you, is seated, release the ankles, release the knees. The back of the knees are huge emotional centers as well as the lower leg, which means they are susceptible to habitual unconscious tension, okay? And then look for the pelvis to drop in between the legs, okay? And then I just want to point out that it's a beginner skeletal alignment. I don't want you to become a materialist and think it's about that structure. It's not, okay? So here he is. I have all that, and then a lot of people will go, oh, it's biomechanical, okay? But once you understand what's going on, you could do whatever. You could compromise the spine, and he still can't push me over. And I'm just as relaxed, okay? You could do anything weird, and he still can't do it, okay? But if you pay attention, remember I said the metric is that, whoa, this thing starts to expand, okay? So you're gonna come behind me. When I got all mushy on the arms, we're gonna ride our Harley together, okay? And you're here. Don't compress me, just feel, okay? And then as he goes and I'll get myself into it, you should already start feeling it because I can feel it. Push harder, you'll feel it expand more. And the harder he goes, the more I release. And now watch me, keep it on there. You see how big I got. I'll change my posture, but you'll see that part doesn't change. Do you see? So I'm going around that part there. That part will not change as long as I'm doing my thing. Okay? You can stand up so you have more mobility. Okay? He goes, so no matter what I'm doing, that part stays exactly that same size. And I'm relaxed, but that part has, you can now try to squeeze it, and you'll feel like, whoa, that thing is not squeezable, nowhere near as mushy as that tricep. Do you see that? Okay? It's crazy. Okay? All right. The last thing I would like you to do is to bring your feet into your training. And if you don't mind, come from the back of me. Okay. Same thing, and here is another thing. Let me just stay there. You can stay there. Pain is another catalyst. Okay, I mentioned it. If you release the pain that you think is in your ankles and your knees and your hips, it'll go away if you truly are releasing, okay? Pain is an emotional manifestation. If you release, the pain will go away. Again, it's your faith if you believe that or not, okay? But in the same way that the uke is a catalyst to trigger a flexion, I use pain the same way. Okay, I use pain and then I practice the releasing from the pain, and the pain goes away. So, I do want you in this case to do an active stretch, but you're doing it from the point of view of release to make the pain stop. Okay? So, here I am in Kiza. Okay? And again, I'll settle in Kiza just like I did in Seiza. So I'll stack my spine exactly like I was, and then I'll start generating huge amount of downward weight on those balls of my feet on the toes. Do you see that? Okay. And then I'm going to start going forward. And it's going to start hurting, and I just release that, release it. You might not be able to go this fast, okay? But you will release it, release it, release it. release it. I keep releasing it, releasing it, releasing it, releasing it, until I am now in Seiza / Kiza, and I'll settle there. And that pain will go away, and I don't even notice what I'm in. Okay? Because a balance is hugely affected by tension from the toes up to that emotional center behind the knee. So balance in your technique is when you don't have it, when you don't feel it, it's usually you have habitual unconscious flexion from the back of the knees all the way to the tips of the toes, and you just can't feel it, okay? And more importantly, that habitual tension, it shows up in a lack of balance, but that tension does not allow the yang energy to bounce down to the ground. It gets blocked at the back of the knee, and you lose your balance. And you won't actually ever get the earth chi to bounce back up. So you have to lose the tension. And I saw a lot of tension in your feet and your lower legs. So this is another releasing drill that you should start adopting. Okay? All right, we're all going to try that now.